Welcome to our Christmas Critters series of whimsical animals for Christmas. Today we're dressing a cute blobby bird up for carol singing with a Christmas tree for company. So join me as I sketch and paint our feathered friend in this easy, beginner-friendly Christmas watercolor tutorial. Let's jump in. So let's do a funky bird, shall we? Let's do a Christmas bird, and let's start with his bobble on his hat, and let's just kind of draw his hat. I haven't drawn a Father Christmas hat for a few days now. And we'll put a blob for the bird down here. Don't know how he's going to turn out, but we give him big eyes and a beak, and we leave him like that. And we'll see. And I'm going to give him a wing out here, and in his wing he has got a sprig of very, very holly. So like that, and then he's got his other wing out here. Give him little short legs. He could be singing. Maybe he's holding a piece of paper with some music on it. Something like that. So he's singing. And I know he doesn't really look as if he's holding it, but, you know, that will do. And behind him we have a Christmas tree, or beside him. And on said Christmas tree, maybe it's outdoors. Could always pretend and imagine that our birdie friends celebrate Christmas too, couldn't we? We could put some balls on it like this. I wonder how quickly we can paint this little picture. Let's pick up some of this dark red here, and we will paint in, and we're going to kind of, you know, give that bit of fluff. A little bit more. That'll probably do, won't it? Maybe I'll, while I'm at it, paint the berries on his holly, and I'm going to paint the red baubles here on the tree. If we make them reasonably bright and reasonably dark, then we can put some gold or something like that on them when we painted it green. Okay, so that's step one. And then what I think I'm going to do is do my bird wet in wet. So I'll wet his whole body except for his eyes. With the brush. You don't have to be in any way pernickety about this. And if you miss some bits of it, it doesn't matter. Go around the bottom of his hat. I will probably put a bit of a background in as well, maybe, so that this shows up a bit better. So put some blue with some snow or something like that. And then what I think I'll do is I'll just drop in different colours, like we often do, and let them do their own thing. And the thing is, what colour? I've got some quinacridone gold here, which I always like, and I think it works really well. It plays well with all other colours, I think. So I think we'll start off with that. And then I'll probably put in some green or blue. Let me see, what have I got here? Don't put something like violet or any kind of that sort of reddish blue. It's best not to. It's better to stick with greenish blues, like Cerulean, for example, would probably work. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So that's a greenish one, and that would probably work. Yeah, let's put a little bit of that in. Having done that, you might want to sort of blend it a little bit here, but be careful about that because it can so easily, as is the case here, turn to brown. So we'll lift that out. That tells me something, that the cerulean from Kuretake isn't really pure. So I shall go to red to be on the safe side. This is orange, not strong enough. This is red. That should do. I'll put some red in there. And perhaps some of the darker red here. Ooh, look at that go. That's pretty good. What about Prussian blue? Put some Prussian blue in here, maybe. Oh, look at that. You never know what you're going to get. That Prussian blue looks nice with mixes nicely with that red. So we'll let that do its thing. I'm going to go over to the tree now. Talking about Christmas trees, we were in our local supermarket yesterday, and they've got Christmas trees. And as we were walking out, we'd just paid for our food. I paid far too much for our food. Going to use this dark green here, olive green, I think it is. And we were just walking past the checkouts at the back after you've paid, you know. And there were some Christmas trees there. And Tamsin said, oh, look at this Christmas tree, it's so beautiful. And we had decided before that we wouldn't buy a Christmas tree this year. We'd just use our artificial one. But she said, oh, that's such a nice tree. Can we have that tree? She doesn't really have to ask me. But I said, no, I said, actually, that's not quite right. I said, do you want to get it? And she said, oh, can we? That's right. Tell the story correctly. So she went over to the lady on the nearby desk and said, can I buy that tree, please? And she said, no, this is France. You can't. Why not? Well, you have to buy one of the ones over there that's wrapped up. And so you can't tell how it looks. So Tamsin said, I'm not going to be ripped off like that. So we didn't buy a tree after all. We just walked out. Yeah. I mean, remember the days when you used to go, we used to do this actually when I was first married and Tamsin was little. We used to go to a forest actually, pick a tree, any tree, and we would chop it down and take it home. We'd chosen it, and that was special because it was our tree. Nowadays, you get to buy them sight unseen. I'm making this green reasonably dark because I'm hoping to put some embellishments on it. And that bit that's missing there is his music. So we will put some notes on there later. So I'm just doing it all in one colour. This tree, it's all in olive green. And I'll probably put some gold balls on this tree too. There we are. And I'll just get a little bit more paint to put in various places. Just to kind of make it more textured, more 3D. Especially at the bottom, probably. And now we have to let that one dry. While I've got my green, I will come over here and do the holly. I should be doing this with a smaller brush, really. This one doesn't seem to have much of a point. No point in a pointless brush. This one I know is new, so let's go for this one. Should have a point. This is something I never really realised, actually, for a long time, how quickly a brush can lose its point. So if you want to do detailed stuff, you do have to keep buying new brushes, which is a bit of a pain. So let's just put a stem down here, and hope that doesn't run too much. Right. Is that dry? No, I'm going to have to get the hairdryer out, I think. So you may or may not want to give this painting a blue sky behind him. You might not want to do that, but I think I will. And I've got this ultramarine light here in the Kuretake set, and I'm just going to push that in. And I just want to do that because I think it's probably a good idea to have a bit of a blue background behind the bobble and the furry brim to his hat. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't want to be very strong, just kind of a bit of a wash. And maybe we'll just take a little bit down here, and we could call this snow. Try to do the snow more or less in one stroke. And just a little bit over here. As I say, if you're not keen on smushing in backgrounds, just don't bother. You may need a little bit here, be a bit more careful. And a bit between his legs or toes, whatever. Okay, so that'll do for that. And since this is dry, what I'm going to do now, I'll get some sparkly gold, I think. This is the pens I brought back from Egypt, all these ones in here. And I've got some things in here that I bought in Egypt, which are interesting. This is sparkly, I think that's bronze, and this is sparkly gold. And I've got sparkly silver there as well, somewhere here. So those will be useful for this. But I found these nice bulldog clips too in the shop. I've got a big pot of them for next to nothing. So they're handy. And I found this, which is a correction pen, which does quite nice white lines because it's a correction pen. Then I've got a few more of these, which I think came with me from here. There's a metallic marker. This is also gold, and this will probably be quite good for gold baubles. So I'll use that on there. And then I've got some other things there as well, like some brown fine liners and stuff like that. So let's see whether this will give us some gold balls. It will, especially where it's dark like that. Okay, so this one isn't, just do a star up here. This one isn't sparkly, but it is quite thick and quite opaque, so that's quite good. Excellent. I don't know if you can find something like that on Amazon. You probably can, but this made in Japan or China, the same as everything else. Everything you get over there is just the same. So I need a very fine 0.2 fine liner here, and I'm going to start going around some of this stuff. So we'll go around his eyes, and he's going to have multiple eye rings. And this is his mouth. And I'm hoping, I'm not quite sure how to do that, but I'm going to try it like that, hoping that he's going to be able to sing. And we'll just pen in his pupils like that. I'm going to go around the outside of his hat. I will put some shadow in there as well. And we go around this too. And then we have this. I think that my style involves a lot of outlining these days. And we can put some veins in the holly. We can put some sparkly bits on too later if we want to. There we are, so there's that. We will decorate him in a minute as well. Oh. I'm going to draw in his piece of music here. I'm going to put the music notes in pen. I'm going to write it down here, Jingle Bells. If you plan this out better than me, then you'll be able to write it at the top. Okay, so what next? Let's grab my paintbrush and put the shadow in on his hat, otherwise I'll forget about it. So might as well say this while I think of it, actually. There's going to be some, well, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, actually. I'm not going to, because I need to talk to Tamsin first, but I will say, what I will say is that there's going to be a really massive, nothing to do with YouTube, nothing at all, but our lifestyle is going to take a massive change in the next little while. And there's very good reasons for that. And I will tell you all about it in the next video or two. So watch this space, don't go away. Yeah, it's the fashion nowadays to keep people hanging, isn't it? I'm sorry about that. But I have to just double check with Tamsin first before I say anything. But it could actually be an opportunity for one of you, maybe. Should I put him on a twig? I'm beginning to think there's a twig that's needed here. You think? There we are, that'll do. Now, we're going to go round the outside of him. There we are. And I'm going to go back to the tree now. Let us see what we can do with this sparkly parkly. Let's go around the outside edges of the baubles, and we're going to put some gold on top as well. We need some white, don't we, on the tree as well, for some snow. Because, of course, it's an outdoor tree, isn't it? So we'll just go around these with gold. This is sparkly gold, like I said. Now, try this out. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's just try it out on here. Well, it could. We can put some dots on here. Yeah, that's okay, not too bad. But I think we'll try a different one. Oh, this I haven't tried yet. Let me find some scissors or a knife. This is a white brush pen. And that could be, this is by Zig. I got this from England. It's not English. And I don't know how to use it yet. Usually you have to give it a shake. I wonder if it says anything on here. How to use. Twist off pen nib, take off yellow ring and take off pen, ouch. Take off pen nib, take off yellow ring. Good job, I read this. And retwist pen nib into cartridge. Replace cap and shake well before every use. As the ink can easily solidify, please wipe off the tip after use and close the cap firmly. If the ink comes into contact with clothes, throw them away. Dropping or shaking the pen too much may result in ink leaking. That's probably enough shaking then, isn't it? So presumably you squeeze it to get the paint or ink or whatever it is to come out. I can see it coming down the barrel there. Keep squeezing, use left hand. That's something that doesn't require any skill, so I can use my left hand. Whoa. Squeezy peasy. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm going to squeeze a bit out. Oop, there we go. Aha. Well, we'll see what happens, shall we? Let me try it out on this. It's another painting I'm working on that needs white. Oh. Okay, that looks as if that might work. And I was thinking of putting, you know, white tinsel or something like that on this tree. And it has to be said that the brush effect is brilliant. If you haven't got one of these, you need to go to the description below and find the link, if you don't mind using our link to give us a little bit of a boost. Thank you very much to everybody who bought something via one of our links last month in November, because thanks to you and your faithful purchasing with our links, we actually made our target last month, which means we get a little bit of a bonus. That means we take a little bit more money off of Amazon, which is always a good thing, isn't it? Oh, this is fun. Haha. Okay, so we've got wonderful white. I can put some more of that on there to lighten it up. You could make all sorts of corrections with this. This is really good. Oh, yes. That is really good. Excellent. Well, so as it says, must clean your brush after use. I think I probably might be inclined to give it a bit of a rinse, but not too much, because I think you'd probably start losing paint if you did that. So this is excellent. That is a really good start. And once that's dry, you could come back and go over it again to make it really, really white. Okay, so where's my example? Oh yeah, here we are. Now we're getting close. You could leave it like that if you wanted to. You could, really, you honestly could. You might want to erase some of the pencil marks with an eraser. which we can do. Even though we've painted over some of them, they usually mostly come out from underneath, as long as you haven't got layers and layers of paint. The pencil marks usually give up and leave. Okay, I need my brush to get rid of the detritus. There we go. A little bit more here to come off. Just make sure that it's completely dry and try not to be too finicky about it. Now I'm going to find a white fine liner that works. This is never easy for my next thing. And we're going to put some nice little embellishments on him in places. You don't have to do this. He would be perfectly fine without it. And some people will say, no doubt, oh, I liked him better without. And one of those people might be me. But there we are. We can give him some eyelashes. And what else have we got on here? We could give him a few little curly bits up here. Just let's not overdo it on this one. Let's not overdo it. I do like dots. Like that. But I think we're going to stop here. You can look back at some of my older ones where I've done lots of embellishment on the birds. I'm going to give him a few. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to do here. I'm going to put lots more gold on the tree with this lovely dotty gold pen. I'm really pleased with these things I got while I was away, but I'm sure I could have got them from Amazon.com or .uk or anything like that as well. So I'll take a look. I did, I think, put some links on one of the older videos that I did while I was in Cairo of things that I found that was similar. So we'll just put something to hold them up. Go around these ones to make them a bit sharper. You could go on and on and on with this, couldn't you? But I think we'll leave it there, shall we? He's a singing bird. He's singing jingle bells. So there we are, one little festive jingle belly bird for you and your delectation. Make a very nice Christmas card, don't you think? Hope you enjoyed that. I did, even though my thumb is killing me. But never mind, it'll get better soon. I wish you a happy, what day is it today? Thursday. So wishing you a happy weekend. See you again on Saturday. Take care, everybody, and take care of all your loved ones. And most of all, do lots of painting. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.